We're recording, we're live. Took us long enough. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Tech Guy Some Guy podcast. My name is Carlos, alongside with
Rod
and
Omar.
And we're just a bunch of guys where we talk tech news, pop culture with random rants in between.
Exactly.
Which I think is going to be an interesting. I think this is going to be a lot of tech, but there's really a lot of tech with politics we really need to talk about this week. Obviously, if you haven't heard, you'll hear in a minute. What do you want to run through right now, Rod?
Give me 1 second.
Of course.
Let me pull up the notes.
Jeez, let me pull up the notes.
Let's start. I'm going to start it off.
Let's just start right
I'm
off.
going to start it.
Go.
Net neutrality, right?
Nah, that's for the end. We're gonna have some rants on that. We're gonna go deep.
Let's go.
Let's go deep on that.
He goes have some rants. I'm like, listen, what you're saying is me and Rod are gonna go mute, and you're just gonna go ham.
Hamster.
There you go.
Okay. We'll go hamster on the wheel after this. But anyway, we're gonna start with everybody's favorite company. Not really. Apple releasing their iMac Pro for the professionals. Because Carlos wants to get one.
No, I don't. Damn, no, I don't. A little off on that one, but okay.
So the specs are insane. It starts the base model is $5,000.
$5,000. I think it maxes out at 14, 15 grand.
Yeah, just
It
about.
maxes out at 15 grand.
Yeah, with like
Crap.
after taxes about 15 grand to go, like what is it, 12 cores or 14 cores or 18 cores?
Like an 18 core Xenon with like
8 gig video card
80,
and like
maybe
4 solid state terabyte.
128 gigs of RAM. Some
Yeah,
stupid.
crazy. Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
I mean, the people who reviewed it already who've got an advanced copy.
And what are they saying?
For video, it is definitely the beast. Particularly for red footage, like red raw, especially 8K red footage. Yeah. It is a beast. Well, I mean, and with the partnership that they've had with the Red Company ever since they started selling the Red Raven into stores, and they've made Final Cut Pro, specifically always around the idea of making the red footage even easier to be able to decode and process, which gives them advantage on Final Cut.
Well, they just updated Final Cut Pro for this. They now supports 360 VR and HDR, and then added some color correction tools. I didn't get a chance to play with it yet. I updated it here. 18
core processors, 22 teraflops of GPU performance.
Yeah.
Dirt.
Exactly.
Oh my God.
Like this might be. I mean, I don't know how. I mean, gamers might actually go ahead and start. If you want to have a gaming computer and editing computer,
this would be the all-in-one.
Yeah.
Since it is all-in-one, but this would be probably very interesting if
what?
Mac, if Apple didn't say, oh, we're coming out with a new modular Mac Pro.
Yes, they're trying to go back. The rumor is
basically go back to a tower.
They're going back to the
so
to the
if there were
tower.
no news of that, this would be the shit. But since there is, it's like, well, that'll probably be better. So I'll wait.
Yeah, but I mean, honestly, if you think about how much this is being priced at, that tower is probably going to be.
Yeah, it's going to be exaggerated. It's going to be exaggerated.
But it being a tower, you can
modify,
add and modify. This is as shipped. I don't even think you can fuck with the RAM on this.
You can't do anything. Everything is to make it fast and efficient and reduce the heat. Everything is basically you buy it the way you install.
Yeah, it's made to
the
order.
The memory is on the board. Everything is on the board. So if something goes wrong, you obviously got to extend the whole thing.
Yo, listen to this. Up to 4 terabytes of SSD memory.
Yeah,
it's gonna be into it.
Damn. It's a beast. It's definitely a beast. Everybody it looks beautiful. Everybody says that it works well with footage. The people who have used it, it just slices through 8K footage like almost anything. And they've gotten the middle level models to try. They even haven't gotten the high end Mercedes model. Yeah. So it's great that they got to this point. The price point is obviously a little expensive.
Well, it's Apple. It's supposed to be.
Yeah.
That's the thing, though. It's Apple. You're gonna expect to pay a premium, period.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean, but there's always been an argument, and this is what I've always said. There's always been an argument between the custom PC builders that could get something with similar performance for less.
Yeah,
you know
but
what I mean?
you also have to think that Apple in the last operating system has made it impossible to do Hackintosh.
Right.
So you can't do High Sierra Hackintosh. You can do Sierra Hackintosh, but you can't do High Sierra Hackintosh.
Oh, who has High Sierra on their thing? I saw that shit. I'm like, I'm not downloading that shit.
You're
Every
like,
time that alert comes up, I'm like, no.
Like, I'm staying away as fast as possible. Like, I'm going that way.
I might wait till next year just to skip this whole shit.
There was the garbage can. The garbage pail was the previous one, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah,
that's the last Pro one.
Right, that was the last Pro one.
That was too well.
Trash can didn't do too well.
Didn't do too well.
The fact that its nickname became trash can is not a good thing.
Because what it maxed out was was still too low for a Mac Pro. I think.
And the video cards, even though they were customized and they were like supposed to be super fast, and you can get them in pairs, and they had 2 video cards instead of 1, it still was underperforming other NVIDIA video cards. That's for a lot of stuff. And at that price point, you would be like,
you don't expect there to be problems. You expect there to.
You should be kicking these cards' ass.
See, that's the thing.
Especially if you're using 2 video cards.
Right, but see, that's the thing. For $5,000, right? Like, you could get an insane PC. For $5,000, you could get a lot.
For $5,000, like, you can build yourself a monster computer.
Yeah.
If Final Cut is not your thing, you can probably do a previous generation hack on a $5,000 cheaper, like maybe $3,000 machine, which will probably kick, aside from the iMac Pro, every other, even the trash can specs, out the door.
Right.
The only thing is that you have a disadvantage if you're adding a Final Cut, but if you're adding a Premiere, dude, you're sweet, you're golden, like secondary.
See, stuff like that, yeah. I'm still anti-Apple, but at the same time, I was like, all right, I want to see what that top spec is. Like, I want to try to run it through, like, you know, the gauntlets of, like, let's go The Witcher 3 at higher specs. You know what I mean?
But
like those are the kind of stuff that people try to challenge it with.
But the thing is that Ron makes a good point that if next year they're going to release not a trash can, but they're going back to a bigger unit like the previous Mac Pro.
Oh, remember the big one, the big tower
one, the beautiful one.
Didn't you have that one?
I did. I had a 2009 and it lasted me until I got this one, and I saw that somebody else who needed it.
I remember that. Yeah. I remember you had that tower that was like
nice. I upgraded the shit. I even changed the processor, flashed the BIOS so I can do one generation higher. Like, I did so much shit to that, and it was a kick-ass machine. Except, it didn't have USB 3, and even though I put a USB 3 card in there, sometimes it wouldn't reach. You had to shut it down and power it back up.
Right.
So little things became.
There were still a couple of glitches.
Exactly. They still became a little nuances. So that's why ultimately I got rid of it. But expecting the new one, it's probably gonna have like USB-C 3 Thunderbolt, type.
Yeah, I think it said it's gonna have 3 of them.
Yeah, because
this one has 4.
The iMac Pro has 4 Thunderbolts and 4 USB-Cs.
Yeah,
so
that's
crazy. Yeah, you got all the speed.
You got all the speed you need. So like on the trash, not the trash can, but we're bringing back the tower with even if they have like 4 USB-C 3s and then 2 USB-C Thunderbolt 3 Type Cs. That's all you really need, because you can daisy chain those and just call it a day,
Right.
And if you're able to update the video card, that's it. That's really for editors or anything who does like video or anything that, like even gamers. If you can update the RAM and you can update the video card, you're pretty much set.
Yeah, exactly.
You're pretty much set.
Well, we'll see how it goes, and we'll see how the sales go, because is it released out? Is it out already?
Yeah, it came out yesterday.
Came out yesterday.
Pre-order.
I guess a lot of stuff happens.
Except if you get the 18 core one. Yeah.
We're recording on a Friday. Yesterday was Thursday the 17th?
No, 14th.
14th? I don't know the damn man. The 14th?
Yep.
Okay, so yesterday the 14th was a very interesting day for technology.
Yeah.
So, what else you got?
Apple buys Shazam for $400 million.
I didn't know that until you said it.
Yeah. There was rumored this time last week, and then Monday it was like, yeah, we did it on the low. Like, they confirmed it.
Did they actually give, because I use Shazam. I am a fan of Shazam.
No,
just because there's always those songs that I'm like, what the hell is this? You know what I mean? Like, I'm a fan of Shazam for that. Like, what's their plans for it? Please don't make Apple exclusive.
I don't know. They didn't mention anything.
I want to know the reason behind why.
I mean, they already, if you don't know, on their Siri, it automatically, when you ask her what song it is, it automatically goes to Shazam. Even if you don't have the app on your phone,
really,
it automatically uses Shazam to find your song.
Didn't know that.
So knowing Apple, that's why they bought it.
Yeah,
because it's already integrated to the iOS.
Pixel already does that with Now Playing, where you turn always on, always listening. Any song that's playing, it's gonna pull it up.
Really? Just to have it ready for you,
right? It's a smaller database, but it's still growing.
Oh.
So
okay.
You can be in a car, and you'd be like, what is that?
That explains
a lot.
That explains a lot. So what is the why?
Last 2 or 3 years on the iOS, like you don't even have to download Shazam. You don't have to have it on your phone.
It's just there.
It's already there when you ask, "Hey Siri, what song I'm listening to?" And then Siri will start like.
Okay.
They should have been bought. If this is their plan, they should have been bought Shazam. Because I'm like, all right, well.
Out of curiosity, does anybody know how long has Shazam been appearing in Siri?
For at least 2 years.
Yeah.
At least.
Yeah.
Wow. So that means probably for at least 2 years they were licensing off of Shazam.
Probably.
Yeah.
Think about that. That means they were licensing off of Shazam.
Let's just buy it. Your price went down.
Okay.
We can just buy it.
That makes sense. They're like, it's easier to buy it than us to license from you every year or something.
Yeah, just buy you for cheap. You ain't worth as much as y'all used to.
Exactly.
Ain't no bullshit as Shazam Super Bowl.
Still 400 million.
Yeah, how much pocket change you got? That's the thing. How much pocket change you got?
400 mil, still 400 mil though.
Shazam. I mean, still money, but back in their heyday, I'm pretty sure they would ask for a lot more.
Yeah.
I remember when Shazam first came out, I damn near lost my mind, dude.
Dude, they had him on TV shows and
Yeah.
commercials, like Shazam us right now.
This.
Like literally, commercials would say Shazam, like, and you would Shazam it, and it'll take it to like the product website and all this other stuff, and be like, okay.
Dude, yeah, I was like,
and then peak, it just kind of hit that. And
yeah, it was weird. It was like, okay, it felt more. It quickly felt more like a novelty.
But then,
you know,
it was a great idea.
For most people that's into music, it's a no-brainer.
Yeah, I love it. That's why I'm like, yo, I use Shazam on a regular, like whenever I'm listening to radio, because I still do listen to radio, believe it or not. And I'm like, some new song comes out on the radio. I'm like, what is this? Shazam, boom, pop it up. Oh, okay.
Once you start dabbling in satellite, you'll never go back.
You know, I've had satellite. You know what? I actually, if anybody asks me, so what is it that you rock more than anything? I do use Spotify more than probably all my other music guys, because Pandora's another one that I use a lot. Yeah. But Spotify more than anything. You know
no, ever since I got my new Jeep, and it has that 1 year series XFM, whatever, dude, I've been rocking that for everything.
Talking about Jeep, I know this is not in the subject, but
it's technology.
But they've announced it, they've revealed it, and it's coming out next year.
The Wrangler.
The new Wrangler.
Yeah. That's right.
The new Wrangler is the 5th body type that they've redesigned. Yeah. So it's not like the last year's. It's a completely new redesign from the ground up, new body, new structure, new everything. Yeah. Have you seen it?
I've seen the commercials for it. I've seen. They sent me a link to.
I'm impressed.
I will hold my breath because this is a restructuring with Fiat, Chrysler, or Fiat.
Jeep. It actually looks more refined. It actually they built it more refined.
I mean, honestly, they took the Compass, last year's model, completely gutted it, and it actually looks like a mini Jeep Grand Cherokee.
I actually saw that,
and I've driven in one of them, and it's fucking amazing.
Yeah, I saw that. You know what's funny? I actually saw that car, and I realized what it was. And you know what's the funny part? First thing that popped in my head was like, I think Omar will like this one more than he'll like the Renegade.
Yeah. No. I honestly, that the Jeep Compass that's out now should have been what the Jeep Cherokee was a couple years ago.
That beady-eyed Cherokee.
But now the Cherokee is like very like snouty, alien-like, and it has like
I hated that.
So
that's where they fell, like, but they made it out.
Defamation to your legacy.
For real.
Looking at this shit.
And if you guys don't believe me, this is the coolest thing I found out about this Jeep, which goes to show you how big Jeep is. And I want you to think about this. This Jeep is the only vehicle that does not have its logo, its name, or anything in the front grille at all. And they were asked why, and they were like, it's Jeep. You know the front grille, you know how we look, like you know who we are. You get what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like they know that the front of their vehicle has become an icon. Your bald head was cold as hell, wasn't it? I knew it. Oh man, but yeah, I mean, I saw that. Like, there's a couple interesting things in it that I think we might have to do a comprehensive when we go to the International Auto Show.
Oh yeah.
Specifically on that Jeep, because there's a lot of cool features in it that they really refined all the little things. So
definitely. And then with the Wrangler also, it's going to be an interesting kind of look at the look. Yeah. No, Jeep doing some great things. I'm not gonna lie, they're doing some great things.
Yep. So yeah, sorry, that was completely left field. That was the rant side of our.
So let's keep on with the buying power. Disney finally owns the Fox library in its
TV
entirety.
And entertainment division
In its entirety.
Which includes the majority stake in Hulu, and I think
screw that.
The big portion of Vice.
Yep, there's more.
A lot of like little asterisks in there, like
along with all the 21st century or 20th century Fox library for the past 100 and something years.
Oh well, yeah, that.
So
the library,
it's a big library.
If you look at the library, the Fox library is huge, dude.
Between them and Warner
Brothers, they got everything they need for their streaming service.
Yeah, right? Yep. I mean, because that alone is enough.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's it. Marvel has access to the Fantastic Four, the X-Men,
and more importantly, they have Simpsons. Access to the Simpsons universe.
Oh,
they have what?
The Simpsons universe.
Yeah, they do.
It's all there.
But what are they gonna do with it?
Sound up, I'm sure they do a better job.
I don't know. You know what? Time out. On the side note, the Simpsons movie was good. So if
I love the Simpsons movie.
It was great.
Yeah, it was actually wow. You guys did a good job. I want to see. I have a feeling one of Marvel's phases now is gonna be the whole X-Men storyline. Just the fact that these mutants starting to appear.
Well, yeah, because
think about it.
Keep in mind, they couldn't use the word mutant.
Now they can.
Yes.
So now these mutants start appearing. Now they're gonna start developing the racial tensions between mutants and humans. Now they can start developing that. It might not be in the next phase, but it might be the phase after that. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? So that's one thing I'm excited about. Please do the X-Men right.
I honestly think they're gonna start establishing the whole X-Men X Factor universe first, reboot the whole Marvel universe, and then throw them into the mix.
Oh, you think?
Because remember, you still got the Avengers, and then they might not actually reboot that whole Marvel universe just yet.
Okay.
Because they'll probably do another Black Panther movie, another Ant-Man. So there'll be a couple movies before they reboot everything else.
Remember how I think was it last week we were talking about the Dark Phoenix saga?
Yes.
Yeah.
The Dark Phoenix one.
Yep.
See, the Dark Phoenix has the potential to be a villain as strong as Thanos in a story arc for a cinematic universe.
Not in there. Not
now.
Not now. No. You're
no,
right.
but
you saw Apocalypse. You'd be like,
no. I didn't need to see the Apocalypse, bro. I saw, yeah. But you get what I'm saying. We know how strong she can be. If the Marvel Universe plays the cards right, they can use the Dark Phoenix as a Thanos-type villain that will span an entire movie story arc.
But that's going to take some time because, you got to get, they will just have released this version of it. And, you want to, whether it does good or bad, you don't want it to be back-to-back either.
Right. I got this Band-Aid is killing me. I had, there was a little mini accident in the studio today with a fellow photographer. He dropped his camera and a flash and it exploded all over on the floor, and the glass protection that handles the modeling light shattered, and in the process of brooming I got stabbed. Damn it.
Damn.
So yeah, it was weird. So now this starts to bother me. So sorry.
That sucks.
Yeah. Oh no, it wasn't my model. He brought his own flash. It wasn't even my flash.
Yeah, as long as it's not your equipment.
No, yeah. Oh, he dropped. It was on my C stand, and the C stand does not break. So that didn't bother me. I'm like, whatever.
He's
fine.
like, please, they got enough broken shit in here.
Yeah. Okay. I'm not gonna argue with you on that. That's a
valid point.
That's a sound statement. Yeah. So yeah, I'm interested to see what they're gonna do with it. I think they're gonna introduce the Fantastic Four first.
So wait, who owns Warner Brothers owns Ninja Turtles, right?
Warner Brothers owns Ninja Turtles. Yeah.
Yeah.
Who owns Transformers?
Universal? No.
You think you're right? Universal.
I think so.
Hold up.
They also own Hulk, so that's why I feel like I'm gonna get a Hulk movie.
Well, we'll get a Hulk movie. I'm sure they'll buy.
Well, they're doing a Hulk movie. They said they're gonna do a Hulk movie over the span of Thor Ragnarok, Infinity War, and then like another movie. So like basically his arc will be within those movies.
Awesome. Oh man, my day just went from like weird to really good. I'll explain why off camera.
Good.
All right, let's keep talking about movies in the world of Jon Hamm being replacing Ben Affleck. Is that true?
Anybody that would do it right, I think would be him.
I mean, I never thought Ben Affleck would do it right. Period. But
yeah, but when he did it, when he did it, did you
still
like
don't care for him?
I don't.
Yeah, you still don't care for him.
I
love him as Batman and as Bruce Wayne, but at this point, with all the back and forth, if you're gonna go, just go.
Just go. I don't think he should, in the first place. I didn't. Honestly, I've never seen him as a superhero. He doesn't have, even when he did the overacted performance of being the Dark Knight and
Oh, I thought you were gonna go Daredevil. I thought you were gonna go that route.
We don't talk about that.
You're right. We don't.
They said the director's cut of that was really good.
Yeah, right.
I've never seen.
I don't know.
Matter of fact.
You're on heroin, it might be amazing, but on regular people, I don't know.
Wait, Jesus Christ! Oh my God!
Again, they said.
They said.
You know
I
what?
haven't seen it, so I
Daredevil.
It really wasn't as bad as they said.
It created one of the worst spin-offs. Elektra was.
Elektra was pure shit.
It was horrible.
But I'd still rather watch Daredevil than any of these newer X-Men.
You mean?
Damn, you know what? I think I'm gonna do it.
So we're gonna go back to our metric.
Go.
Iron Fist. Is it worse than Iron Fist? That's our metric.
Daredevil was not as bad as Iron Fist.
No, it wasn't.
So untouchable.
Because you had Michael Clark Duncan at the Kingpin.
He did a great Kingpin.
That fight at the end was pretty good. He's like, I would shatter both of your knees.
Even though Vincent D'Onofrio did a great job.
Yeah, but I mean, they both did they approached the character in their own way.
Yeah, Michael Clark Duncan got that Kingpin role. I was like, yo, he got that off.
Yeah.
My God, I completely forgot he was the villain in that.
Yeah.
Wow, what a great job.
Like I said, it wasn't great, but it's not as bad. It's not as bad.
It's watchable. Matter of fact, I can say this. I actually watched Daredevil from beginning to end. There's some Iron Fist. 5 minutes I was gone.
God bless.
So you think Jon Hamm would do a much better job? Do you think he'll be more of a Clooney-like kind of Batman because of his kind of like persona as we see him already?
You know what?
Well, we know he can nail Bruce Wayne.
Yes.
From Mad Men.
Easy.
Batman is the question.
True.
I think he can. The funny part about it, you mentioning George Clooney now, is that there are enough previous actors who have played Batman that you can really start throwing a comparison table.
Yeah.
You really can. Because I'm like...
well, Batman is the comic book Bond.
Okay, here. Let's just bring this discussion out there. We have, let's go back. Let's start at Adam West. We have Adam West. We have Michael Keaton. We have Val Kilmer.
Yeah, there was one before Adam West, but
there was like one or two more before, but I don't remember. They're like 1930s.
Yeah.
So there's Adam West, Michael Keaton. There's Val Kilmer, George Clooney. I'm missing somebody. Christian Bale.
Ben Affleck.
Ben Affleck.
What else are you missing? That's it.
You said you're missing one?
Yeah. Kevin Conroy, I guess he counts.
He wasn't the only voice actor though.
Yeah, he was the best one.
Yeah, I know that.
That's it. The 5, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
so out of those, right? I have to throw away like George Clooney because that guy was.
I mean, I'm throwing away George Clooney.
He actually wasn't bad as Bruce Wayne.
I'm throwing away
but
Val
the
Kilmer.
Script and him sucked.
Yeah, it was bad.
Yeah, Val Kilmer and George Clooney out the door immediately.
Yeah, I didn't believe him either.
I'll keep Adam West on the list because he kind of started it all.
He was that captain. Me too.
He was that trailblazer.
Yeah.
Whether it was an amazing performance or not, that's a different story.
Yeah.
He was still the trailblazer for
right.
that character.
I agree with you 100%.
You know, definitely my 1 and 2 would go Christian Bale and then Michael Keaton. And I don't know, Ben Affleck. Not
so you would put Affleck on 3. Let's just
3.
Say.
Well, tie with the Adam West.
I think another thing for you is that we've never seen a Ben Affleck story. He's always in there or with that.
Like
not
he just
a centralized story to really be like, okay, I can gauge you properly now.
That's true too.
Instead of seeing him again playing the same role here and there.
True.
No, I'm not saying that's going to change your thing.
No, because I don't think he's going to do a Batman movie. I think when he has too much Flash.
He has one role. He has one more role left to play Batman, and that's in Flashpoint. That's it.
There's been too much back and forth with him in the studios about him doing
There's too much drama.
There's too much drama. At this point, like, I don't
sexual
even care.
harassment allegations.
If you're gonna go. I love you, but go.
And remember, they're restructuring. Like they're literally restructuring the DC universe.
They really need to.
I'm gonna say he's probably on the chopping block.
I agree. I think. I would have to give Ben Affleck, from what I've seen, as the best Batman, live action Batman. I have to give Michael Keaton like the number 2 spot, and I give Christian Bale the number 3 spot. The only reason being was because Michael Keaton was an okay Bruce Wayne, but he was a great Batman.
Oh yeah,
you gotta get what I'm saying. That's kind of where like he was an okay Bruce Wayne, but his Batman was like. And matter of fact, it was the one that really spurred off the superhero movies from the 80s to the 90s.
Like how to do it properly.
Yeah, because damn, he did a great job.
Even with Bale, like. He did a pretty good job.
Yeah.
For me, I would go Ben Affleck, Bale, then Keaton.
Okay.
But for me, my love for Bale kind of ends basically after Batman Begins. That was it. It's all about the Bale.
I think.
It's when he cried for his girl in the Dark Knight that did it. She was gonna wait for me. That scene, I was like. Batman would not care.
I think the thing also that people love the Dark Knight series because it's a more complete story. Like,
it was.
The execution of the story.
It's the beginning, it's the middle, it's the end, and it's grounded.
I guarantee you, if it was Michael Keaton playing Christian Bale role, it would have been like that would have sealed his fate as the greatest because it was better execution, better villains to play. I mean, not that Jack Nicholson didn't do a great Joker; he did an amazing Joker. He won an Oscar for that Joker performance.
I agree with you. I mean, honestly, imagine if Michael Keaton was given the Bruce Wayne roles that Christian Bale had in that. That would have been amazing.
That would have been
Because I'm sorry, Michael Keaton's Batman was amazing. Period.
I'm the guy. I know we would never see this, but if they were to ever get to the point to do a Batman Beyond, bring back Keaton.
Oh, as an old one? Oh God, I would love that. Wait, Omar, you ever seen that, like a Batman Beyond?
Well, I mean,
Batman Beyond takes place like maybe 50 years in the future or something like that, maybe 40. But Bruce Wayne, Batman is retired, and a new one takes up the mantle. Terry McGinnis. Thank you.
Good beer.
It's on Netflix.
Yeah. So Bruce Wayne's still alive, but really old, and he becomes a mentor to the new Batman. Nice. What he just said would be really cool if they bring back like Michael Keaton as the old Bruce Wayne. I would be in for that.
Maybe again. I mean. Maybe the DC Universe will get a revamp now that they're switching all the big heads.
Yeah, probably.
I don't know. I ain't hearing nothing about Kevin Tsuchihara leaving, so that's why I'm like, all these changes don't mean shit to me. If this motherfucker's gonna come in and start tampering with shit.
Fucking shit up, yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah, so we'll see exactly what happens.
And on that note, let's keep it on with our favorite Iron Fist Defenders collab person. Jessica Jones season 2 trailer. What you guys think? I didn't see it, so like
it was more like a sizzle reel.
Yeah,
it didn't really show you anything to get excited for. It's like
it showed me nothing.
That's it.
Yeah, that's the thing.
That's kind of what it was.
I think that's the problem that I have with it. It really showed nothing. It was like, hi, I'm back, and that was it.
I'm excited.
No villain.
Yeah, I mean, I'm excited because I know Tenement will be back in flashback form. I think
Tenement is back.
Somehow.
Oh, I'm in.
He's in there somewhere.
I'm in. That's all he needs to tell me.
Whether it be flashback or whatever, you start. I don't know if they're gonna really dive into because they hinted at it, but they didn't really get into all the shit he did to her.
Yeah.
In the first season, so I think they're gonna do that via flashback, and then maybe him still, and then also figuring out maybe fighting the company who accidentally gave her powers and different stuff. So they didn't really get into any of that. So that's something like it's just a She's Back trailer. I'm excited it's coming back. I'm pretty sure the second trailer would be the okay.
I think that's my reaction to it. It's like it was like there was nothing there that gave me like holy crap, wow. It was more like okay, she's coming back, cool. That's all I really got.
Did you guys see in the trailers? Did you see any like appearances by members of Defenders or?
You mean Iron Fist?
No. So far, no. But
please keep it that way.
Well, Luke Cage 2 is.
I'm down for Luke Cage. I'm okay.
Luke Cage 2.
I like that series.
Luke Cage 2 is Heroes for Hire. I don't know if you knew that.
Oh, is that the storyline they're gonna follow?
It's Heroes for Hire.
Oh.
Like him and Iron Fist is in there.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
God, I hope they make.
But see, I like Iron Fist and Defenders.
Really. Defenders.
He fought better. You see his growth a little bit. He's still naive, but he's getting there. He's getting. It's that growth. Like he's getting to the point where you want to see him at.
Got you. Okay.
And I think that hanging around with Luke Cage will help get him there quicker. Like, hey, stupid, this is the way the world works.
For real.
Okay, let's see what happens. Hopefully that'll work out for me.
Oh, and then also they did a flash of Punisher season 2. I'm like, that's obvious.
Yeah, I mean that's their golden child right now. Even though Daredevil started it.
I have 3 more episodes to go.
I haven't watched anything.
He's like, I haven't.
All jokes
aside, that's fine. I just had to ask.
I'm off this weekend, so I'll probably just binge it with the baby.
I'm trying to binge.
I just had to ask.
It's amazing. So far, it's amazing. It really is probably my favorite Marvel Netflix show.
Yeah, I mean, after just 1.5 episodes, I'm like, this is probably the best so far.
It really.
Yeah, you know what? You kind of feel that early on.
Like, this is already.
And it's not a fluke. It doesn't just happen in 1-2 episodes and then it sucks. It just gets really good. I love how they're portraying PTSD in it.
And like I said, I told you there's no filler.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes the 13 episodes be like, it could do. Nah, not here.
Yeah, there was a horrible filler in Stranger Things, the second season. There was a really bad. You know what I'm talking about?
Well, I think the filler is for.
Wait, you saw Stranger Things? Yeah.
I think the filler is for season 3.
Yeah, when she went to Chicago or something.
Yeah,
like
I think the filler is for season 3.
Yeah,
that was a blatant.
But I think that might that could go great or bad.
As it was a setup.
Yeah,
but it could go great or bad.
Yeah, that's the thing.
How did you feel about that character?
What, number 8?
Yeah, exactly. I don't think it should dedicate like 2 episodes to it. I think it should have been like
they could have did like
half an episode
after credit scene or some shit.
The only thing that really got me excited about that, honestly, is my man, bodybuilder Kai Green.
Oh yeah,
Kai Green. If you check his name out, Kai Green actually had an acting role in it, and damn it, give him credit because there was a lot of controversy that happened in his life and why he never got the Olympia, and it was a lot of politics. And you know what? I'm glad to see that he did something. So, damn it, Kai Green, awesome. Hope to see you next season. But yeah, I mean, I was okay with number 8. I was okay with that whole setup. I hope they don't get away from Hawkins.
Yeah, I don't.
That's what I'm worried about.
Yeah,
I'm worried that they're gonna get away from
that. Have them come there.
Yes.
Don't go out. Don't do the Matrix. The Matrix 1 was great, but as they expand the universe, it's like, no.
Well, that's actually a great.
I mean, the main villain comes back in season 3.
You mean the? Oh yeah, you know what?
Oh, word.
Well, remember
at the end.
Remember the guy said Papa was alive.
That's right.
So like he's like.
Yeah. So if Papa is alive, that might actually be a premise for season 3.
Exactly.
You get what I'm saying? And for me, we all saw Stranger Things, right?
Yeah.
It's been October 31st. It's been like we're spoiling the hell out of it.
Fuck it.
Yeah. I think it's gonna be Dustin that's gonna get affected with the upside down stuff because he got smacked with the spores. It was almost like a spores thing. So I think
he didn't get properly cleaned off.
Exactly.
Yeah,
He
because
didn't get properly
at least
cleaned off.
Hopper got cleaned off.
Exactly.
He got examined and like,
Right.
okay, you're good.
I think they're gonna do that.
So
I think number 8 should go to Hawkins to try to find Papa. Because I think if Papa's gonna hide in the one place they don't expect him to be, which is Hawkins.
Yeah, gonna hide in plain sight. Yeah.
Exactly. That's what I think is gonna happen. I do think 11 finally is actually has a birth certificate, so now she can try to lead a normal life, which should be interesting.
Yeah.
But I wonder how they're gonna bring the dynamic. That's my speculation. I don't know if they're gonna go any further. So.
Yeah, because if you keep in mind and watch it, she was like MIA until like literally like almost the last episode.
Oh yeah.
To at least for the rest of the cast.
Yeah, like if you
the rest of the cast.
Like she like comes in at the end.
She goes like boom, like hi.
And everybody's like, holy shit, she's alive.
Yeah. Hi, time to kick ass. Take
Yeah,
it.
pretty much.
Yeah.
But it's gonna be interesting. We'll see how it goes.
Oh, shout out to Steve, the MVP.
Oh, Steve was the damn MVP in that one.
For real.
Steve was, like, dude, you got jumped. Oh my god, he got beat.
He got beat up, he got beat up by the '80s villain.
Yeah,
but he ain't flinched with them dogs though.
Nope.
He came through with the bat like.
Got you. Let's go.
All right.
Yeah,
Let's go.
I really like his character. I like how they made him grow.
Yeah, and they made him grow. That's what it was. It's like they could have made him. They could have kept him as a stereotypical villain, kind of jealous boyfriend, right? But instead, they made him a weakling with signs of strength and stuff like that. Because he was the popular kid, now he's losing popularity.
They could have just made him the guy who just got dumped and he was moping around the whole season.
Yeah,
but they didn't. They
I loved it. You know? I absolutely love what they did with him. So yeah, great job, Steve.
Shout out to Steve and actor.
Steve, good looking out. I don't know your real name, but damn it, you did good.
So keep it in the world of fantasy. Spider-Man entered the Spider-Verse trailer.
I actually just saw it before. I actually saw it. I didn't notice it. The animation looks great.
Incredible. It's amazing.
It reminds me of Reboot. The
Which
animation.
Maybe, yeah.
Face.
Okay, yeah.
This come on Channel 7 many moons ago. I don't know if you remember.
Yeah, the moment you said it, I was like, Reboot. Then it was like, oh, yeah. You know what I like about it? Again, as a photography person, you probably, Omar, you probably agree with me. The way, it's not the way they use composition and the way they use lighting.
The way they created shadows on his face.
Yeah, like when he was falling and the world was upside down as he fell. With the lighting around it, they just had that
and
red
then you see him fall into this big universe.
Yes,
like, holy shit,
beautiful.
it's great.
Beautiful. Like it looks great. I like how they're gonna try to introduce a SpiderVerse and that little shot with Peter Parker at the end. I want to see what they're gonna do with it. I hope you do good.
Well, for people who don't know, Miles Morales is Spider-Man in I guess the multiverse, in a universe where Peter Parker is killed off.
Yes.
And he gets bit and all that stuff. But other than that, it's kind of pretty much the same universe. So my theory is that they're going to bring him into the MCU eventually, like probably after Tom Holland does his three Spider-Man solo movies, and they'll probably do 3 animated movies, and then insert him in somehow. So that way it's like, all right, even though we had Tom Holland in front, you still know about Miles Morales. Here you go. I
agree. I think the way it looks like is if they're making a push for Spider-Verse, I think they're gonna do Spider-Man like the way Iron Man 3 came out, where there were multiple Iron Men. You know what I'm talking about? I think they're gonna end up doing that kind of essence to it.
I was like, okay.
What, the Shane Black reference?
I was thinking bad Iron Man 3 was.
No.
How Marvel fans like to forget, like they got no losses under the belt. Like, stop.
But I mean, technically, they don't have losses in the sense.
Yeah, financially, no. Financially, no.
Honestly, if you look at the books, Justice League is a huge loss for DC, and even Iron Man 3 was not a huge loss for like Marvel.
I know.
No,
for fans, we look at it as an L.
Hold on, Suicide Squad made more than goddamn Justice League.
Yeah, wait, time out. One thing I don't understand, and I really don't understand this.
No, 2 + 2 is 4.
Right, besides that. Why is it that I've heard people say that Iron Man 2 was worse than Iron Man 3? I've heard people say this.
I've heard people say that
3 was
2
worse,
was like they tried to do too much. I'm like, it wasn't.
No,
I like 2 is one of my favorite.
Like, I actually love part 2.
I like part 2. I think I have
Other than
part 2.
Mark should have been killed when the car hit him. Other than that, other than that, it was fine.
Yeah, but see that, but that's one thing that I'm like, wait a minute, how could you say that Iron Man like that
it's
really?
Like, did I see the wrong movie?
Yo, yeah, that irked the living hell out of me.
I'm gonna explain to you. These are probably the same people who thought Godfather 3 was the best film. And I'm just gonna say.
Wait, have you actually met people that said that?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Just saying, this world is full of backwards people.
Okay, yeah, because
the world's full of backwards people.
Yeah, because seriously, if anybody says Godfather 3 is better than Godfather 1 and 2, somebody needs to get smacked.
Oh yeah.
Period. Yeah. Dude, let me put it to you like this.
I love Andy Garcia's in it, but like he also killed the film.
Yo,
so it's like it's my boy, but at the same time it's like.
Agree. This is the thing with me.
Spider-Man?
Godfather 3, I literally saw once.
Yeah.
And I was like,
maybe twice.
Oh yeah, I was like, okay, I never need to see this again. I will live with the memory of 1 and 2. It was that bad to me.
Yeah.
It was that bad.
I'm totally down with that.
So when people tell me that Iron Man 3 was like, yeah, Iron Man 3 was way better than part 2, I'm like, what movie did you watch and how come I haven't seen it? Like,
maybe they can't read numbers, so they thought 2 was 3 and 3 was 2. I mean, I'm trying to help these people out. I'm trying to give them some chance if they're not that much backwards people. But.
I didn't say that. That was not me.
I said it. You can quote me on this.
But the great thing about it is like the beginning and the end of Iron Man 3 is great. Not great,
but yeah,
they're good.
Yeah,
and in the middle, it's just like, what are y'all doing?
See, the problem, you know what my problem was? My problem was, the problem I had with part 3 was Mandarin. That was,
of course.
The thing with me is Mandarin to Iron Man is what the Joker is to Batman.
Yeah.
So if you take the Mandarin and do that to him, that's an insult.
And let's talk about that. You didn't see that kind of like that battle, like that hatred for each other.
Right.
It was almost like on the top surface of another villain just coming.
Yeah.
It wasn't like this is his
right.
His yin to his yang. Like this
they actually tried to fix it in
that little short film that they made.
A short film, but it went nowhere.
It went nowhere. There was a short film that Marvel released afterwards, saying that the actor who played
they had
Mandarin,
Trevor in jail.
Yeah, Trevor was in jail. And he got broken out because the real Mandarin saw that he was mocking him, and he needs to stand for his errors. And they only showed that the Mandarin kidnapped him, and that's it. I'm like, okay, so there's a Mandarin out there.
But they didn't do anything with it.
Right, show him. Don't just talk crap. I want to see the Mandarin. You know what I mean? And that's the one thing that irked the hell out of me about that movie.
Actually, go back to the Spider-Man, the SpiderVerse trailer.
Go.
What do you think the video game is going to look like?
That was the video game.
Right? I swear to God, I hope that is a video game. I hope to God that is a video game. No,
you know
right.
what?
I swear.
Wait, you know what though?
Shit,
if they did have a video game, yes, they better have graphics. They better
just
have
like that.
That kind of rendering.
Yeah. Well, all they gotta do is just take that and do like they did with Dragon's Lair.
Just copy it over, like copy paste here.
Wait, no, hold up.
It's actually a really good idea.
Hold up. You want to go ham? You want to talk about a Batman video game that needs to be dope? Batman animated series. I would pay to play that game. Think about it. The cell shading and everything like
Did
that.
they have? No.
Nope.
Did they have one?
Nope. Not nothing.
Only
Can you imagine
the
Batman the animated series as a video game?
Favorite series.
No, what? Only the ass because
that was the black paper drawing. That's when they do black paper to give that
darkness.
effect.
Yeah,
that was amazing. Loved it. Oh God, I'm getting hyped now.
Daylight.
Like daylight. How dare
Batman.
you? White paper. The artists were like white paper. No, it's Batman, bro. What are you doing? They really went at it. I loved it. Okay. That was a really weird random rant.
No, but I mean, yeah, I would see that video game, and I really hope that the Spider-Verse video game is just like that, because I would put that shit right now. Buy it right now.
You know what? Since we're in the video game section, let's just get this one out of the way. Video game of the years. I know, like last time we talked about technology. That's next year. We'll talk about that one next year. Video game of the year. What do you think? There's a couple of good ones. Like, because I can honestly give you a list. There's like Breath of the Wild, Horizon Zero Dawn. Cuphead was another one. PUBG was another one.
World War II is big too.
World War II is big.
Huge.
World War II, and people really like that it came back.
Fun too, even though reviews are mixed.
I didn't know World War II was big until I got the email from like it was a record amount of money.
It's big.
Huge.
Like the story, the game is okay.
Like he might come on, so I might have to turn it off in a second. That's just FYI. But yeah, there was that one. You know what? My personal take on it is Horizon Zero Dawn. And mind you, this is a year that Legend of Zelda came out, and I didn't vote for that one. I'm saying Horizon Zero Dawn. Not because Legend of Zelda isn't an amazing game, it is, but Horizon Zero Dawn had such a creative storyline that blew me away. Blew me the hell away. I was not expecting that storyline at all. It was amazing. If you haven't played, damn it, play it. I will spoil the hell out of it for you if you guys want me to. It's amazing.
I'm down with that. You can spoil whatever you
want. Okay. Nutshell version. The storyline I think is just amazing. You know how like Breath of the Wild takes place like 100 years in the future?
Yeah.
Okay, this one takes 1,000 years in the future. Like everything has gone back to primitive days. People are wearing almost Native American-esque gear, like war gear and clothing and protection. There's wild animals, but there's also wild robotic animals, and they don't know why. They just call them the machines. As it turns out, 1,000 years prior, there was an apocalypse that happened where the machines literally made everything extinct, everything, including mankind. Mankind literally made a program called Zero Dawn, which is artificial intelligence that would fight the monsters for them when they died until they're able to shut it down. Once they shut it down, it would recreate new robotic animals to regrow the air, the water, put seeds back onto the earth, and then when the earth was ready, this artificial intelligence re-injected the planet with new human life. And then there was some kind of corruption that happened. I won't ruin it all, but that's the basis of the story. So the people 1,000 years in the future don't know what happened. They just know that these robotic machines, and they're just there as part of the normal life.
Yeah, well, at least
amazing story.
If the game sucks, at least the movie would be great.
But see, that's the thing. Like, do you know what's funny? That game for me, it was like, yo, whoever wrote this needs to write a movie.
No, I'm sure it's coming.
It better be, because that was an amazing storyline. Okay, yeah, I would say
that is pretty good though.
Yeah, that was. It was
I'm not
dope.
even mad at that 100%.
Yeah,
it was amazing. You definitely watch it. If you haven't played it, play it. That's my nomination. I mean, Breath of the Wild is a close second. I know some people are definitely going to say Battlefront 2. I know definitely some people are going to say that.
Yeah, especially the Jedi movie just came out yesterday.
That was the other one. Like Rod, you read the spoilers and everything, right?
Yeah.
And
it's not going to go down the way you think.
Okay, just don't say nothing. I got
this quoting
Luke. I'm going to see it this weekend, so I'm going to spoil it for you guys next week, so you better watch. You have a week.
Well, you ain't spoiling nothing for me. I already know wild shit that occurs in there.
All right. If you can't hear right now, the actual
we're going to
turned on.
We're going to take a pause.
Just to hear a second, I'll turn it off right now.
All right. So we're going to stay in the video game premise system kind of thing. What do you think?
You go with Cuphead, by the way, for Game of the Year.
Cuphead, I think, would definitely take... The reason why Cuphead, I think, should have been nominated is just because it brought back the 2D shooter.
Have you played it?
It's fucking, like, you want to be pissed at it. It reminds me of Gradius.
I played it, like, 2 years ago.
It reminds you of Gradius.
Oh, no, I played it 2 years ago. Like,
yeah.
The thing Ben's supposed to
pisses you off, too, right? Yeah.
I'm gonna punch people after playing it. It's like, the difficulty level on easy is like... It's like old 80s games where shit was just hard for no reason.
Yeah, it's just like ridiculously hard.
Yeah, you know what it was? It was one of those. It's one of those games. Do you remember any of the old school shoot 'em up? Do you remember like Contra?
Yeah, I remember
Contra was ridiculous. Gradius was like one where I wanted to just kill people.
Ikari Warriors, like
Ikari Warriors.
You needed the codes for this because it was like really hard.
Yeah, it was like it really brought back those kind of games where you're like, yo, for real, for real.
What about the games that needed cheat codes because it wasn't fun without the cheat codes?
Yeah,
I mean, fun. Like you'll never see that. You had to practice for a while to even see like the end of the game.
It was for me. It was Gradius was the one for me where it was like that. The Konami code worked on that one. Up, down, left, right, BA, start. It actually worked on that one.
Well, Konami made Gradius.
Yes, it would actually start you off with 30 lives.
Nice.
So I was like, good. I needed those damn 30 lives. You needed them. There's no way around it. You needed those 30 lives. And that was the one for me. Gradius, I absolutely hated. So Cuphead came out, and it really brought back that nostalgia. Like, yo, this game is not gonna be easy. This is a reminder to all you little new video game players. This is how hard it was. That's why I saw that game, and I put my hands on that game, and I'm telling you right now, that game was like the old school 2D shooters from back in the day. That's why it really didn't get me aggravated as much as the new guys, because the new guys are like, this is too hard. Because y'all haven't played games like that before.
Yeah, like this is the type of games we grew up playing. All this shit now is easy.
It really is. It really was, man.
Well, so, speaking of nostalgia, Street Fighter's 30th anniversary.
Oh man, that's dangerous. That's dangerous. Let me put to you why it's dangerous. I have not told my brother about it because my brother gets nope. Because if he gets his hand on that game, everybody is
like,
dead.
I'm not coming out for a month.
Yo, this is the thing. My brother was a god in Street Fighter 2. That guy was his reflexes was so on point. Mm-hmm. I'll always remember this. He was using Ken. And his reaction time was so good, he could actually do his Hayuken to Blanca in the ball charge. He timed it where he could actually hit Blanca while he was spinning as a ball. That's how good he was.
Yeah, because a lot of people, he figured it out. A lot of people don't know that, but basically, when he does that, he goes up and he goes down and up.
Right.
So if you time that, you can bypass it.
And my brother was literally just, he could tap, and it doesn't matter who you were. You were done. I could never beat my brother in Street Fighter 2. Now, he couldn't beat me in Mortal Kombat 2, but that's a different story.
Yeah, you were crazy in Mortal Kombat 2.
The specs are.
Carlos would turn into Shang Tsung. Well, I'm sorry, you would have Shang Tsung.
I would just shoot Shang Tsung.
And just turn into different people and just...
Yeah, the problem, the thing with me in Mortal Kombat 2 is that I mastered everybody, and then I mastered Shang Tsung, so I could turn into everybody.
Nice.
So I was like
he would uppercut you, run, and then you wouldn't have time to hit the floor. He's fucking with you.
Yeah, it was bad.
I say this as a victim, not as a bystander.
I was gonna say, there's a little bit of hate in your voice when you were describing it.
Nah, I mean, it's dope, but you know.
I think
it was the experience in it.
I think Juan was the only one that was even a remote chance against me on that game.
Nah. But then on Marvel vs. Capcom, he had Juggernaut.
Oh my god!
One high of the screen and doing the head crush on the other side of the screen, you can't even move.
Yeah, it was. There was always if you ever found that one guy, that was him. There was I don't know if you ever saw I think it was called the Code 38 battle. There was when Street Fighter Alpha came out, right? That was the first one where
Alpha.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was the one where you could parry for the first time.
Yes.
Okay.
No.
Yeah, they have that great YouTube video.
Yeah, it was the Alpha. It was Alpha 1 or Alpha 2. I forget which one. But that's the
Third Strike come out.
Oh, maybe it was Third Strike.
Alpha came out before Third Strike?
Yes, because it was Alpha Third Strike.
I know.
Pretty sure it was. Now you're confusing me, but you know. But this is the point. There was this one video game competition.
Looking up right now.
I know. Yeah, look it up. There was this one video game competition where the parry had to be timed to when you were about to get hit, right? So this guy does it was Chun-Li versus
E Honda.
No, it was Chun-Li versus Ryu or Ken or something. And Chun-Li does her lightning kick attack, and the guy literally timed every parry to every hit from Chun-Li. It was 14 hits in a row. He blocked all of them, tap, 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 timed it perfectly, countered and won the game. One of the greatest counter moves ever. You can actually still see it in the video.
Yeah, it's on YouTube. It's one of the
it's 20. Ken, actually.
Ken?
Yeah.
Is Street? No.
Yeah.
I'll show you.
Yeah, it is Street Fighter 3.
And the thing is, it's funny because this is when the competitions for Street Fighter just came out, or they were going worldwide, and they were playing on the CRT 32-inch TV. It wasn't even a projector. It wasn't even it was a big ass regular TV.
That's crazy.
That's how old school it was. And it was in a regular room, a conference room with a bunch of chairs and tables, and everybody was around those big TVs watching them play.
Good old days, man.
Good old days, man.
Yeah. So yes, the reason why we're talking about this is because they are re-releasing the 30th anniversary, which means 30 years ago the original Street Fighter came out, and it was the original Street Fighter.
It's comes with 12 games though. It's 30th anniversary, but it comes with 12
it's
games.
coming out with Street Fighter the original,
which if nobody ever played.
1.
Right.
5 versions of Part 2.
Because there were 5 versions of Part 2.
3 versions of Alpha.
Okay.
And 3 versions of Part 3.
Now, my question is, because I lived in Japan for a year, and the Street Fighter that they had in Japan was 14 or something. I wonder if one of these versions is one of those Japanese versions, because those
it would be nice.
Crazy to play.
According to this, it doesn't look like it, but it may be. I'm not sure.
Maybe. Because the thing is that Street Fighter, if Street Fighter in the video game industry is a major turning point in video games, because it really, really made people pay attention to fighting games more than anything.
Because they came out with 5-part.
It was amazing.
Yeah. If you ever lived in Japan, there's it goes even beyond that.
It was crazy.
It has the alphas, and it just has Street Fighter 14,
really?
and then it just
goes that crazy, huh?
It was really crazy. But you also remember when this was coming out, it was a big arcade game.
Right.
This and Mortal Kombat.
This was during the arcade era. Matter of fact, remember Fun and Games in Willowbrook Mall?
Yeah. Not even
the one in Passaic.
Yeah, no, the one on Route 17, Paramus had
Sports World.
Sports World. Dude, the lines were ridiculous. It was playing. People would just hold championships.
Yo, hold on. I don't mean to sound. This is gonna sound so stereotypical, but it's 100% true. That little Asian 5-year-old who kicked all our asses in the video games, in the arcades. I know it happened to you. It happened to you. You know who I'm talking about. I don't know who he is, but damn, you were nice. You were nice as hell.
I've come across that a few times.
Yes, it was this little 5-6-year-old.
It's not racist at all. It's the truth.
No, I'm not. This is really not racist. This is literally the truth. This little 5-6-year-old Asian kid comes in, doesn't say nothing to nobody, drops a quarter. Remember when you reserved your spot by putting the quarter on the TV?
Yep.
That's what it is.
He would grab the quarter, he put himself on this. I'm like, I'm about to get my butt kicked. I already knew it. There's no way around it. He put the quarter in, dude, I couldn't touch him. I don't care what game it was. If any 5-6-year-old Asian kid rolled up next to me, I'm dead. Done.
Probably because they've already been playing in Japan and China for like a year before it came.
I think his dad invented the damn game. That's gotta know what it was. You know what I mean?
Might both be right.
Oh,
well, that's good. I'm glad they're bringing it out with the 30th anniversary.
Yeah, I can't. I really am excited about it.
It's 4K ready, right? The 30th
yeah,
anniversary?
I think so.
I think so.
Love it.
Better be.
It'd be stupid if not.
Yeah, remember the Switch has the HD version. Remember that?
Yeah. All right, so now we can actually go into some tech news. Let's talk about some tech news. What are we going to talk about here?
I don't know.
Google's 3 new experimental video photo apps. What's that?
Oh wait, yeah, you know about that. I didn't even put that in. What, you put it on your phone?
I got 2 of the 3. I didn't grab the other one.
What are they?
So storyboard. So these are research things. So you could take a video, and you kind of storyboard them.
Oh my, that might actually be good for you.
That's good for productions or any kind of like animation and stuff.
Yeah. So
wait, so it's on the spot storyboards?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yo.
Wait, is that only for Android devices?
I'm not sure. No. No, they're both Android and iOS.
Dude, what is it called? Storyboard?
Yeah.
I'm about to download that.
Yo,
it literally takes a picture and it turns it into a storyboard like a.
You can do different angles and different stuff.
Dude.
Omar.
That's some point. I'm about to review that.
Omar, that in a live production, throw the storyboards on set as you go along.
Yeah. I mean, normally storyboards are done before, but that's good for like location scouting because then you can actually take a picture and it'll sketch it out to just be in a photo.
This is called selfiesmo.
Selfiesmo? Like you're fierce. Oh my god, it just told you you're fierce.
Yo,
it really did say that.
Time out. Did you just really give him the blue steel look, bro?
Yes,
yeah,
blue steel all day.
For days.
So, and it takes like black and white selfies of you. I mean, we have great lighting here, so it's kind of really hard to see. I mean, blinking, whatever.
Okay.
So these are experimental apps. Nothing like, we're trying to change the game. Just some cool experiment apps. They have a lot of them, but this is like the first time they really advertise.
But see, that's the thing about Google. Google is like the app that we use to keep track of our show notes amongst each other is called Keep, and that's another Google program that nobody knows about.
Yeah, maybe.
I know, it just don't have an iOS. If you guys want to like, hey, Samsung, you want to send me an Android phone, I'll use it.
Keep is for iOS.
Yeah, stop.
Is it really?
Yes.
See, you guys don't tell me these things. You don't put them in the show notes.
I know.
You guys don't put this in the show notes.
Get out of here. We told you this guy knows how long ago.
He's like, yeah, I'm not wasting space.
Yeah. No, but see,
that.
that's the thing.
I usually delete stuff anyway.
Google.
I don't use it or delete it.
No, it's actually pretty cool though.
Yeah. No, Google has so many apps that they just throw out there that you might even not realize it.
Yeah.
And they might be helpful. Keep is one of them.
Well, storyboard is definitely one for me.
Keep is definitely, me and my wife use it for food shopping.
Yep.
As well as the show notes from here. Any ideas, I'll just jot them there.
Yeah, it's great. But you'll be surprised. So that's so these 3 apps that just came out is like basically photo features. Yeah. Just to throw it out there and see if
I forget what the third one is, but it's we'll drop a link to it.
Yeah, so it'll be down below. I mean, it's interesting. Yes, it's just another batch of apps that Google has ready for you if you need it. That's the thing about Google. They just keep on throwing stuff and say one of these will catch. Let us know when. That's it. That's how they work. You know what I mean?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, it is.
You got the money.
Yeah, exactly.
For real.
Works.
And speaking of Google Home Max is out.
Google Home Max.
Okay, so they got the Google Home Mini, right?
Yes.
They got the regular Google Home, and then they have the Max.
Oh,
the
yeah,
Max is
that big body one,
the
right?
big body.
Yeah.
So you're talking. Let me get the specs before I start.
$200. That's what's up.
No, it's actually $400.
Damn it.
Unfortunately.
Someone's got their hopes up.
But it's pretty much a smart speaker in the realm of like Sonos, but not a Play 1.
Okay.
But like a Play 3 or something.
Nice.
So, and then you can do you have a great big loud sound, and you can still do everything you could do with Google Home.
Now, does this connect to your TV?
The Google Home, it has a 3.5 millimeter jack. I mean, you probably have to mute the TV. because it'll be a delay or something. But in theory, you probably can. Like you also do that with the new Play 5s, the Play 3s. Like you could connect it to a TV with the audio cable, but you'd have to mute the TV because it'd be like a slight delay in audio.
Oh, okay.
So it's not an advertised way to do it, but it's like, well, fuck it, I got it, I'm gonna use it.
There you go.
So it has dual 4.5-inch woofers and custom tweeters. It has smart sound that tunes itself based on the size of the room. It can play music horizontally or vertically. If you have other home products, you can connect it to it and do like a Sonos kind of thing.
See, the thing that's intriguing, like I would love to see if it had like an HDMI cable you can connect it to your TV. So like it could literally give you like that home surround sound. Not home, but like a soundbar almost.
No, I know.
So good quality sound for your TV. That'd be great.
Just USB-C power and 3.5 audio.
Well, maybe that's something that in the future they look forward to.
Yeah, because this is something they come with. Actually, I don't know when mine's coming. Actually, mine may come today or whatever. I demoed it in New York. It's loud as shit.
Really?
Yeah.
Compared to the system I have here.
Oh.
I don't think I've heard yours on Max.
Never?
The speaker system?
Yeah.
Oh.
But it's pretty loud. When
Okay.
I get it, I'll bring it over.
Okay.
Do some stuff.
Cool. All right. What else you got for me?
Qualcomm to bring 4K HDR video and more improvements with their Snapdragon 845 CPU. Tell us about that.
Wait, I have no idea what you're talking about.
So pretty much next year's Android phones will be equipped with the latest from Snapdragon, which is the 845. This year's 835. So the new stuff will bring 4K HDR video capable from your phone. And there was some more slow motion things and a couple of the interesting things that's going to make it like, oh, you could do a little bit more on your phone. So it's really trying to make your phone the fucking end all be all
to your devices.
Yeah.
Remember when Samsung debuted the desktop.
The DeX system?
The DeX system, thank you. This is something that I know we've all talked about. Like, listen, it's going to end up coming to a point that's really going to be your computer in the future.
For certain people, yes. For certain people, that's probably going to be...
For regular consumers. I don't think for, like, production or something like we do, but for, like, let's say regular...
For everyday people, yeah.
Yeah, I think it's on its way there. You know what I mean? Where like, I mean, you have... They're creating chips that are able to play 4K HDR film in slow motion.
Yeah.
Think about how crazy that sounds if we were talking about this 5 years ago.
Well, to be able to, I think the chip is able to record that video on your phone.
Almost, come on, but think, like 5 years ago, we would have laughed our asses off the moment we even met. Like, there's no way that's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Nowadays,
nobody would have thought that your universe. Editing, shooting, and production would be in the palm of your hands, literally. You know?
Yeah, like it's gotten to the point now where we're like, okay, seriously, what can't it do is the question.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And right now, I haven't found anything that it can. I think it's gonna be amazing, but I also think it's like, listen, laptops and desktops are really starting to become questionable as to why are you here. So like the DeX system that we were talking about, that really does seem to be more of a feasible option for regular consumers. You know what I mean? That's kind of what I want to see what they're going to end up doing with.
I mean, ultimately, I think the cell phone is going to go the way. It's going to go away for a while. Just kind of everything seems to be full circle, especially with these kind of technologies, where everybody gets tired of eventually holding a phone that's bigger in their hands, and they want to go back to the smaller things where maybe your watch becomes the next great thing that your watch can do all this.
Watch and Bluetooth or something?
Yeah, like maybe that's the future where your watch becomes as powerful as your phone, at which point you don't really need your phone.
Yeah, right now we're on the second or third gen of smartwatches, right, Rod?
It depends on the companies, but yeah.
Yeah, depends on the company. Yeah, you might as well say that.
Yeah, so I mean that's the other thing. That's another technology that seemed really exciting when it came out,
but didn't do anything.
Yeah,
nobody did anything. Apple is doing something, but right now,
right,
it's still in infancy.
That's the thing; it's still in its infancy. So I think with what you're saying with the whole telephone watch thing, maybe you're right. Maybe in the future it definitely will, because I know there was one phone. I think it was one watch that actually you had to have a data plan for it. I think it's the iWatch.
That's the 3.
Right?
Well, there's a couple. The Apple, the Series 3 Apple Watch, and then there's a few Android, Android Wear watches.
So it's logical to say that, yeah, you know what, the watch might be the wearable where it gets rid of the cell phone.
Well, I mean, remember, there's also companies trying to pair sunglasses and regular glasses, so they can have inboard screens, so everything can be projected onto your.
That'll be crazy.
You know, so that in combination with that and your phone, you don't. I mean, or your watch, you can watch a YouTube video right directly to your glasses,
right,
and no longer need to hold the phone.
Which is good for the glasses guys, all three of us.
I mean, even that. Remember, Google Glasses wasn't actually meant to have prescription. It's just meant to wear these glasses you can see.
Yeah, right. You had that, right? Did you?
No, I demoed it. I actually did get an invite, but I'm like, I don't. That was like $1,000.
Yeah, but you kind of read it though. You read it like, yeah, it's not gonna be as.
No, I went to check it out and I get to play with it, and I'm like, this is cool.
Cool.
This has the potential to do other things with it. Not that, but the technology's involved.
Not there.
But I mean, and again, remember when Uber came out. There was a company before Uber, like 5 years before Uber, that came out, and they went nowhere. And then Uber came at the right time, in the right moment.
It's
Google Glasses came out at a time when we could see the innovations. It'll probably be another 2 years before those pair with your watch and your phone become a thing that you need. And then maybe the phone will go the way of the desktop computer.
Right. See, that's the thing. It's like it's gonna be interesting how I want to say the next 5 years is gonna play out with mobile technology.
Yeah.
Because I think the next 5 years is gonna be a big. Okay, where do we take it from here?
I mean, honestly, they're like right now. Even though none of that technology is out for people, what they're doing with nanotechnology is just incredible. I mean,
yeah.
Oh yeah.
So I mean, just imagine when they can build a processor as powerful as whatever you find in like the iMac Pro, but like 1/18th or 1/20th the size.
That's
so
gonna be insane.
Then you're gonna be like, all right, so now what?
Yeah, now what? There's gonna be a point where you're gonna be like, now what?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I don't think we've gotten there yet, but we're very close.
Oh yeah, I think we're getting to. I mean, we jumped leaps and bounds, but we're only gonna be jumping even further, I think, with this nanotechnology. So on another note, we're going to YouTube. Is working on another paid service.
You know more about that than I do, right?
They have a lot of paid services.
Yeah, there's not to add. Like,
I'm not sure what they're doing with this.
Yeah, I want to know what the why is.
At one point, why not just bundle it? Just bundle it to all your services one price. And call
well, I think this is what this is trying to do.
Okay, that makes sense now.
All right, you gotta keep in mind, YouTube gets a lot of ad revenue. There's a lot of music on there.
Right.
It's not really properly not monetized, but kind of gotten to the point where they can really, get money off it. Because music streaming is a clusterfuck.
Yeah.
Like I think
that's probably the most like messed up system.
They're still
right
trying to figure it out. If I'm correct, I could be incorrect, but I think the analytics are 15,000 streams equate to one sale.
1,500.
Something. It's stupid.
1,500 streams equals one album sale for the artist.
It's retarded.
I don't know what the mentality on that is.
Because it's not proven. There's no infrastructure.
Right.
For it.
Yeah.
I mean, so they're still trying to figure it out.
So like, cause what is it? It's not Billboard. SoundScan. SoundScan started taking into account streaming when it comes to record sales, and that's the formula that they came up with. 1,500 streams equals one album sale.
That's
I don't get it.
An arbitrary number that makes no sense because of what's the science behind it?
I have no idea.
I guess they figured
that's the problem.
More people would stream. So I guess it's easier to get more streams because you don't have to buy the album.
You know what I thought it was?
Per song versus an entire album. But I'm not agreeing to it. I'm just trying to make sense of the nonsense.
I personally thought my logic as to why they came up with 1,500 as the number is I guess they maybe did a study and found on average maybe a person plays an album 1,500 times over or something.
Yeah.
I'll tell you why. It's so they can pay the artist less.
Oh yeah, of course.
Because if you have to reach 15,000 streams of one song to get paid for an album,
I think it's 15,000.
Or let's say it's 1,500, whatever. That's still a high number of streams.
It's a little high.
It's a little high, and then that means the artists will have to get a lot of people to listen to their stuff for them to ever get paid.
Yeah.
Whereas if you do something reasonable, where like you said, for every 100 streams you get an album sale.
Well, this might be. I know Leor Cohen is at YouTube, right?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
that's all you need to know.
This might be him trying to spearhead, I guess, the infrastructure that would kind of course correct that.
Yeah.
But like I said, you got YouTube Red, you got Google Play Music. So I guess this is supposed to kind of fix all those things, or the beginning to fix all those things. Who knows?
Hold. from Billboard. The transformed genre charts will match the Billboard 200 formula. It's a Billboard 200 formula, equating 10 digital track sales from an album to one equivalent album sale, as well as 1,500 on-demand song streams from an album to one equivalent album sales.
Well, what's the sign? Like, I don't get the science behind that.
It's something.
I understand, like, you download one song.
Billboard.
Yeah.
So the answer is, who did it? It's Billboard. Why?
But did they do it or just threw an arbitrary number out there?
I'm pretty sure if you go into the article, they'll get into a little bit.
Yeah, because I mean, Billboard's pretty well, known for keeping proper track of artists and sales and record for awards.
Oh wow, there's an actual Wikipedia article. The actual thing is called the album equivalent unit. Okay, let me just read it while you guys.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, it really sounds like all over the place. Implementation. It started with Billboard 200. Nielsen SoundScan followed up with it, and everything else came along with it. Nothing Matters. Taylor Swift's 1989 was the first album to touch the chart with this new methodology. No one cares. They're not saying why.
Yeah,
they're not saying why.
It almost sounds like, look, this is the way we can get away from paying.
That's what it sounds like. That's exactly what it sounds like.
I understand, like, okay, you download one song, 10 songs equal one album sales for download. That makes sense because there's about anywhere from like 10 to 15 songs in an album.
Now,
sense. I got it. Understandable.
Now that we segue to streaming and online stuff, I think it's time we talk about the elephant in the room.
Yes. The elephant in the room is
FCC. Yesterday, the five-member panel at the FCC voted 3-2 along party lines to rescind the Net Neutrality Act of 2015. What that means for everybody is you're screwed. All of
Read one.
Yeah, I mean the nutshell version is you're screwed. You know what I mean?
But
we'll see.
That's pointing something out because I've seen a lot of I don't even care what side of the street
they're
from. Who've been arguing like, well, that was only implemented since Obama passed it into law. No. Net neutrality has been at the forefront of political and congressional debates for decades.
Yep.
The only thing that Obama did was said, okay, you can no longer bring this up in Congress to vote on it because it's been voted down so many times before. We're going to stop this, bringing it up to Congress to vote on it. It can no longer be brought in for any kind of vote.
Exactly.
That's what he did. So everybody who says, oh, this just happened in the last, no. It didn't happen in the last 3 years, assholes. It's been on for decades. You need to get your shit together and understand what happened. He only made it so that they can't bring it into Congress for them to vote anymore and made a law that you just can't change it.
Now,
the FCC wanted to reverse that because they feel that, they want to make money off of it, which, hey, look, ultimately, a lot of things are going to happen. I'm going to let Carlos handle this.
No.
I'm going to take a cracker.
There was, Wait, Rod, please explain. Time out. Rod, please, before I go on, Rod, explain why we have crackers on the damn table today.
Don't say it because you want to represent a white person.
And you racist bastards, I really mean crackers.
Well, I mean, nobody would be able to notice until your ass pointed it out.
Well, no, he pointed it out, and I'm like, yeah, but people are gonna ask, where the hell did he magically come up with a box of crackers from?
Magic, people.
Yeah,
magic. You're sick.
Not feeling well.
If you get a sick, bro.
Tummy issues. Yeah, I don't know. So.
All right, back to FCC. Carlos, go.
I mean.
Okay. Tear it down. Your
you were gone.
You wrote
I got my full cracker now.
You had an opening line and everything.
No.
You have the floor.
No. Sorry, that was weird. There was it was, oh God, it's so logically stupid that I don't understand how people try to defend it. That's the thing that gets me more than anything. Because it's like, listen, logically speaking, you say it's better for this and for that. It's not. It's going to hurt your pocket, period. There's no way around that it's not. And if you don't believe me, when the net neutrality law came out in 2015, I believe it was Comcast that, to try to show support to its public, wrote a statement on their website saying, "We support net neutrality. We will, and if net neutrality fails, we will be a part. We will be a part of the companies that will never change our policy or our pricing, even if that gets rescinded." The day, and I mean literally the day they announced that, guys, on December 14th, we are going to go and we're going to rescind the Net Neutrality Act, The first web page that got changed was the Comcast one, where they literally reworded it to make it more ambiguous, where it says, well, maybe we could go either way. If you don't understand the concepts of that, guys, we all got screwed. Period. We all got screwed.
Comcast and Verizon paid everybody off.
Well, that's the thing. The head of the FCC was a former Verizon CEO. Yeah. Right? For Verizon, was it? Right?
Yeah. It's like a conflict of interest.
If that's not a conflict of interest, bro, exactly. I don't know what is.
You can't be sitting on the panel and taking stuff away from a field or, one thing would be like if you're putting the scientists in charge of like climate change because they know science. Nothing is putting somebody who's in charge of ExxonMobil to disprove these claims for like climate change just so they can drill more for oil. Like if that's not a conflict of interest, and you don't have to be left wing or right wing. You just have to be somebody who understands common sense that up is up and down is down. If you don't understand that's a conflict of interest, America has bigger problems right now than who's in office. It's the people who are actually the citizens who have no idea what the hell they're talking about, because if you can't understand that simple concept, there's a lot of issues wrong in America, and not just what's going on in the administration.
Exactly, completely correct.
God-awful holiday.
And this is the thing. And I know it's going to get into politics, and the thing that I want people to understand is absolutely do not vote along party lines. Ever. That's the problem that people are having nowadays. People are having is like, the Republicans doing this, I'm a Republican, I'm voting for them. You're stupid, period. I'm sorry. Like, don't do that. I'm a Republican. I voted Democrat this season. You get what I'm saying? Like it is what it is, and the reason being is not because I am what do they call us now? Left wingers or like liberals, or I'm a
libtard or snowflake.
Snowflake. I'm a snowflake. No, I'm just not stupid. I'm sorry. There's no other way to get around it, man. It's like everyone expects you to go blindly into believing them or believing their policies, without you not understanding how logically the impact will affect these policies will affect your specific life.
Yeah.
And that's the thing.
Put you in these places.
Yeah. So in contrast to that, big ups to the people in Alabama.
Yes.
Because you guys saw the logical stupidity that was happening on that election.
It shouldn't have been that close.
It should not have been that close. That's another subject we're going to talk about in a minute. But Roy Moore lost to Doug Jones by a 1.5%.
Who? Jones?
Doug Jones?
Right, like that. He knows what I'm talking about. If you guys know now.
I don't remember number.
Oh God, me neither. But that's the thing. It's like, listen, Doug Jones won as a Democrat in a heavily red state.
Yeah, he's about to put a pedophile.
Yo, yeah, but see, that's where your logic breaks down for me. Yes. It's like, listen, as a Republican, as a Democrat, as an American, as a parent, you're telling me that you would rather vote for a pedophile than a Democrat
just because they're not Republican.
If you sincerely,
no sense.
If you sincerely love your child
and your country,
your state.
Your state. If you love your damn city, why would you even consider it? I mean, I'm not even talking politics. And you're like, oh, well, yeah, nothing's been founded. Dude, his wife, he met her when she was 15 and he was 30. That means what you're trying to tell me, what you're trying to tell me is a 30-year-old man who was dating a 15-year-old girl, didn't do anything for 3 years. You're stupid if you think different. Period. That's logic, dude.
Here's another logic, and they're not talking about it, because if they talk about it, they put themselves out as the kind of people that they really are. The whole time they were saying this is what Jesus and God want.
No.
Guess what? He didn't win. So guess what that means? Jesus and God didn't want it. If you're gonna follow logic, if you're gonna put the fucking lines and connect the dots and everything, if God wanted him to win, he would have won, right? If little baby Jesus wanted him to win, he would have won, right? He didn't win. Guess why? Because God and Jesus didn't want it.
Lord, baby Jesus.
Boom. There, you just been lawyered.
Yeah.
Lawyer.
Oh, you know what? And that's the other thing that bugs me. Matter of fact, I even think I apologized about this last episode. I am a Christian. No. I am a Christian. I am a born again Christian.
About that.
No, I am a Christian. I am a born again Christian. Okay. I'm still a work in progress, but at least I admit that I'm a work in progress. But if you tell me you're a Christian and you supported Roy Moore, please denounce your faith
church
now.
card revoked.
Yeah, or talk to a pastor, a real pastor, not a pastor that thinks along party lines.
Yeah.
Because the reality is this: is like, listen, God is bigger. God is bigger than government. Period. So if you think that Jesus would have stood at the podium next to Roy Moore, you're stupid. I'm sorry. There's no way around it. I hate to tell you this. Iron strikes iron to sharpen you up. So this is me sharpening you, guys. Do me a favor. If you really are using your Christian values as your reasoning behind voting for that guy, look at your Christian values again. I'll have an honest debate and an honest conversation with you. I'm willing to do it. But do me a favor. Don't use that as your excuse as to why you voted for him. Period. Okay? That's an insult to me and other fellow Christians. Period. Right?
And now that we're on a religious speaking,
damn it, that was good.
The light at the end of the tunnel is that states, and I'm talking about attorney generals from various states, are kind of combining a major lawsuit against the FCC to turn this over.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Well, net neutrality.
Net neutrality.
Not Moore's loss.
No, let's go back to,
He hasn't conceded.
He hasn't conceded.
What?
He hasn't conceded.
What's wrong? Because he thinks God's going to save him at the last minute. Thinks the skies are going to part, somebody's going to come down from the heavens.
He's going to demand a recount. I'm like, dude, there's no way you could fix that.
Going back to FCC, one, they have all these states who are already starting lawsuits. There's a lot of telecom companies and big corporations who are also starting their own lawsuits against this decision. Because remember, they can't bring it up to Congress because, that's the reason we had this whole net neutrality. So without that, some of these states are actually thinking of making net neutrality laws where in their states, net neutrality is still a thing and you can't touch it regardless of who you are, which is literally going to start destroying the FCC in more ways. And honestly, I don't think we ever needed the FCC. Honestly, they've been more of a trouble than anything else. I know government wants to have their hands on everything.
There it goes.
But government needs to stop getting their hands into everything, every piece of the pie.
Oh, they want to govern everything.
They want to govern everything. Some things just be left for the people to decide, hey, this is good for me, this is not. But not only that, there's also been rumors that some of these FCC Pro accounts that have been voicing their opinions when it was allowed to be an open forum for them to voice if they approve or disapprove, were actually stolen accounts from users who never say it. So if any member of the FCC or organization that supports the FCC or lobbyists are found to have stolen people's accounts to post pro net neutrality, vacation, there's gonna be a lot of investigation. This is not gonna. It's like
no, it's not. It's not
going to law anytime soon.
And matter of fact, wait. Can you explain this one to me? Because if you haven't seen the video, Ajit Pai, I think his name is. What I can't pronounce it, that idiot.
It's called Douchebag.
Yeah, Douchebag.
Douchebag. His mother should have aborted him.
Damn. I ain't go that far, but all right.
I'm going in deep.
Damn.
So he decided to actually do a teaser, like
a troll
video. One of the artists is actually suing him because they never got the right to his songs.
Yeah. So they're like, oh, you do that? You're getting sued, bro.
So he's getting sued personally because the video is not under the FCC, it's actually under him.
Yep.
So this is going to be very interesting because copyright laws in the United States are almost like the Bible,
and
Ten Commandments. They are
in
stone.
As a fellow artist, we understand our copyright laws and our rights. How badly is he screwed?
Oh, he's so screwed.
Yeah.
He, the president wouldn't be able to pardon him because this is completely a different kind of crime that he can't get pardoned from. So this is going to be interesting. And because of the seat that he holds, it can't save him either.
Right.
Because he is the FCC, so copyright should be his priority, not a secondary.
Now, the other thing that is concerned, obviously a lot of people flipped out. But this is the other thing. Remember, this is going to benefit Comcast, Verizon, those kind of guys. A lot of the cable companies, they're going to benefit from this ruling, right? The people who are against it, personally speaking, have more money than they do. Because who's against it? Google.
Apple.
Facebook.
Apple. Microsoft.
Oh, yeah.
Microsoft.
Guarantee you YouTube's going to be like, oh, hell no. We're not going to pay extra.
YouTube is a Google company.
Yeah. Now, I want you to think about this, where this fight goes. Because I kind of found that interesting. I was like, okay, these corporations are going to make money out of it. The technology guys understand what the negative side of that is, because they were small startups at the beginning, and this could screw the new startups that are coming out.
Yeah.
Because of that,
we're gonna buy these companies soon. We can't do it.
We can't do it if they have no value.
Right. So the big question is, yes, I understand. The New York U.S. Attorney General's is
Massachusetts, a couple of attorneys.
Yeah, it's gonna end up being like a large class action.
Dude, huge. And we called it last week.
Right.
This is the beginning. This is not gonna go down like a fight.
Here's the interesting part, because now that the battle lines are drawn.
Oh yes.
Here's the interesting part, because in the end, how long you can afford your lawyer for is gonna win.
Oh.
Now, remember what I just said.
Who's Comcast longer? Yeah.
Comcast and Verizon, they got money. We can't say they don't, but
they don't got Google, Apple money.
They don't got Google, Apple money.
That's for damn sure.
They don't got YouTube money. They definitely don't got Microsoft money.
We're forgetting the point that they still are going to start investigating who these accounts belong to. These accounts. So, like, if it turns into like a criminal investigation, like Google and Apple are gonna have to use their money.
Yeah. You know what? Google and Apple have to use their research.
We gotta call this one back.
Remember, Apple's war chest that they just have in disposable liquid assets right now is in the billions. Just chilling. They just.
And this is not the offshore accounts that nobody knows about. This is like
the ones that they're reporting.
Yeah. Exactly. So
offshore. It's crazy.
Yeah, the offshore is on top of that.
This war is not gonna end well. It's gonna be to the point where somebody's gonna like this is also going to give a president. There's people out there who are going to be like, look, I'm going to invent a better way for cell phone service and data in a way that's cheaper, more effective, and more efficient. And these big guys, they're not going to be big for too much longer. Verizon and Comcast are not going to stay in power for too much longer.
No,
because when you bite the hand that feeds you or the hand that pays for your services, they will find somebody else, and your services will go the way of the dinosaur.
When it comes to the rights of privacy and censorship, right? There was a lot of big cases. We're going down to the Watergate scandal and the case to keep Deep Throat the source as an anonymous source. There was the Larry Flint case when it comes to censorship. And even down to the civil rights of the 1960s with Martin Luther King, where they try to get everybody to finally truly be equal. All these fights marked a huge turn in American policy and American history. Just recently, when gay marriage was finally allowed and became a right for every U.S. citizen in the United States, this next one, this net neutrality, might be just as big.
Honestly, I think it's going to be bigger because it affects everybody. Whether those supporters realize it or not, like the fact that people are going to bat for them because they don't really know. I don't think people honestly understand. They've been told, oh, it's not a bad thing. I don't think you understand.
Right.
You look at other countries who don't have net neutrality and then ask them
how
much
much they get. Portugal.
Yeah. I mean,
there's a Portugal picture that I showed. Matter of fact, I even said, look up Wikipedia net neutrality. It's right there. It's literally, the image is there. And what it is a Portugal telecommunications company, a telephone company called MEO, and it's a pricing page where it shows you purchase the phone. It's gonna come with MEO's basic texting and stuff package. But if you want the social media package where you have access to Facebook, Twitter, and all your other social media, it's an additional €5 a month. If you want your texting apps to be used, like WhatsApp, Messenger, and stuff like that, it's another €5 a month. And they divided it to different things. Video, €5 a month. They divided the internet. Music. They actually divided the access to the internet because in Europe, the net neutrality laws there have so many loopholes that they figured a way around it. That's gonna end up happening here. That is going to affect.
I don't know if it's gonna end up happening.
At
the rate this fight's gonna go.
But that's what net neutrality was. That's what net neutrality was fighting to prevent.
Yes.
There you go. And that's what.
And I guarantee you, this fight is gonna be another. It's gonna definitely. You know how this administration, for all its wisdom that it says it has been losing left and right. It's been getting black eyes left and right, and it's been just like bringing down. Like America wasn't even invited to the new Paris Accord. They weren't even extended an invite.
Yeah, Abbas stated that United States no longer has the capabilities to lead foreign policy anymore
in the world. Like the UN is just basically like these guys aren't even invited to the big stuff. Like what happened? People understand what's going to happen is if this individual, this administration stays in power, we will lose our seat in the Security Council.
Yep.
If you don't know what that means, then you might as well just step in front of a train because it's going to go down.
Yeah,
if you lose your seat in security, look, Russia's done some fucked up shit and they still haven't lost their seat. And I guarantee you, the way we're going, we'll probably lose our seat before they do.
Yeah,
that's actually
way before they do.
The best way to say it.
And that is gonna be some shit you don't even want to know what happens in. Because those are, if you thought the U.S. government has like their own little fucking private like meetings, this is a meeting that runs the world. It runs the banks, it runs institutions, it runs everything. Gold trade, everything. They run everything. And if you're not at that seat to have that conversation to influence your interests, you're just going to be in the back of the seat waiting for the handouts. That's exactly what's going to happen.
I'm actually interested in the next G8 and the G20 summits.
Oh, yeah.
Which we're probably going to be invited to anyways.
That's what I'm interested in.
So it's like
what's gonna happen.
No point in talking about it.
Yeah, because no, the last time we did get invited and Trump did show up and he was being an idiot. Then.
Dude, I mean, you are representing us and a lot of us are looking like asses.
Yeah, it's really. We have to apologize on our Facebook feed.
Yeah, I mean, like
really,
we
guys?
can't. I can only apologize to so many foreigners for such a long time before I say, you know what, you're right. Just like, you know how the joke for the longest time on South Park was always Canada? The joke in South Park is now becoming the U.S.
Yes.
Literally. And that's how you know you're not in the right direction.
Yep.
When South Park is making you the joke instead of Canada.
Think
Don't find any Canadian friends out there, but that's where we are right now.
Yep. And I think we're right.
I think we're good.
That was
I
good.
think we're good.
Yeah.
Got all that off your chest?
Hey, what's this? That was this call, not mine.
Oh, always is. Okay, I guess we're gonna call it a night, guys. Thank you very much for stopping by. I had a good time.
Yeah,
next
good.
week.
Always a good time. Yeah.
Oh wait, next week is we might have to do a couple episodes.
Yeah.
Why?
Well,
Flying out?
I might be hungover. I don't know.
Oh wait, when is Christmas?
Next
Not
Sunday.
that. Yeah. No.
Not next Sunday?
Excuse me, I'm Spanish. Christmas is Christmas Eve.
No, it's Monday. Wait, what?
Christmas Day is nothing to me. Christmas Eve is the day for me.
Yeah, that's right.
Wait, I don't even.
So not next week, but that following Sunday, Monday.
Sunday, Monday.
Yeah, so maybe next
So
week when we record, we'll record a couple just to make sure we have
because
fillers or
New
something.
Year's is that following Sunday.
We should do an evergreen for Sunday.
Yeah.
For Christmas Day.
All right.
Knock out two.
Okay. All right. Well, you know what?
See everybody
That's
next year.
yeah. Right? Exactly.
Nah.
So yeah, that's pretty much about it, guys. Let's get on out of here, guys. Thank you so much for tuning into the Tech Guy Some Guy podcast. My name is Carlos.
Rod.
And
Omar.
I guess we'll talk to y'all next week.
Peace.
Peace.